Today we are talking about The Last of Us Part 1. Yes, that's what it's called now. This is a Naughty Dog rebuilding the original game for the PlayStation 5, taking advantage of its features and graphics. It's significant because it has been built by them as more of a remake, not just a simple up-resolution remaster now. I just replayed The Last of Us again just a little bit over a year ago, and as you guys know, I strongly felt that this release was not really necessary. Thankfully, I think I have been proven wrong. Unlike some remakes and remasters, this one feels like it really got the right amount of love you now the care it need. There are a couple of title things I wish they had added, but I still really immediately got sucked back in and binged the hell out of it. I just could not help it, but you're also probably not going to be surprised to hear that I think the price is steep. Everybody's wallet and priorities are different. I don't always talk about the game prices here. Some people want this right away, some people will wait for a sale, some people think it should only cost $2. You know, I did not get it early from Sony. I went out and I paid $75 for a game that I played many times, that was originally released back in like 2013, but I will say, like, whether you are die hard and you buy it right now or you wait for a sale, where you are, the bottom line is that this is a really good definitive versions of this game. Like this now classic game, and if you have never played it before, I will say consider yourself lucky that you get to play these versions first and foremost. The visuals, now you can play it in the resolution mode with full 4K and variable 13 frames per second frame rate of performance mode, which is a still respectable resolution, and locked 16 frames a second. Interestingly enough, you can also take advantage of an unlocked frame rate for both modes if you have the TV to support it, which I did, and it was pretty nice. But I think at this point for a game this age, the performance was a given. It's really the detail overhaul that impressed me the most, and is what I think ultimately really drew me back in. Environments really look incredible, like layout wise. They are not as complex as part 2 and you definitely notice, but like art style, while there are tons of new details worth expressing, denser foliage, more detailed desks, and clutter inside completely different, while textures, lighting, flourishes, reflections, flowing water, little tweaks in the color palette or atmospheric effects are cool, and they also did not bother me, like in terms of an artistic change, like you ever play a game that was remade or remastered, and like an area or the sky is completely a different color, like stuff like that. I was not often here with any creative choices or any differences. The feel is completely retained and also just improved in my opinion. The game already just had so many stronger scenes, empty neighbors, crumbling cities, overgrown buildings, sunken streets. They are all just better said here right from the start. Like you notice Boston has a bit more detail and flourishes to the building and architecture that make it feel a little bit more Boston. I can only draw from my own experience here, and for me the real kicker was the read-on characters. Like I'm playing for the story, I like the tale enough that I have wanted to experience it multiplied times over the years, and here with way more in depth. Facial animation and detail, it makes a hell of a difference. Every character looks and feels more like a real person and matches the quality of the second game. Even a lot of NPCs suddenly look really damn great. I'm like background characters going from zero to hero, but the faces for the main characters, due to like many pivotal scenes, highlighted thanks to a more realistic human glint in the eye of a character. I featured with here and there stuff like the big moments, the big emotion is told way more. Everybody will have a scene where like it really kicks in for them. And for me, it was a stand between Tease Joel and Ellie Italy on the original game already had really great performance behind it, and some great faces and facial animation, but like I don't know how they did it there, but they blew it out of the water, not just sound like a hype man or anything, but like yeah, for me it was really significant. Joel's eyes are almost creepy, like they're a bit bigger but also way more expressive. Every moment is so much better for it, and it might sound a little corny, but like I found myself really excited for every cutscenes to kick in just to see what was up now with a modern TV with good HDR and some well contrasted colors and deep blacks. All they really helped make it feel like a new thing, and one of the gameplay front Naughty Dog did rework things, but it was never really. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel, goodbye.